Welcome back. Well, we're looking at this desk in Teledahn, and there's numerous drawings here of creatures. Most of them appear to be the same creature we see here, or some variant thereof, I think at least, I'm not sure. But I really don't know what this text is. It's really hard to read. I cannot find any transcriptions of it. So the creature appears to like listening something. I saw her in the lagoon. That's the best I can make of it. Another one. He is larger by far than what I had expected, assumed, estimated, something. Anyway, it's a creature and it is indeed extremely big, because if this is a man, this thing is huge. Another drawing. She's like a giant. No idea. No idea what this sentence says. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I'd not believe it. Yeah, excuse me for all of this, but it is really impossible to read. There's also a map here, and this is something that we want to make a note of, because we'll need it later. This looks like a map of a room, and in the room are some square objects, and these are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will be important later. So make a note of that. Some more drawings of animals. A drawing of a mushroom with buckets. Maybe the bucket we just used. Although actually I think it's the broken one, the one that we couldn't start. And it says the bucket can be repurposed as an elevator. It's slightly easier to read than the others. We also find 2 typed papers for a Fryman safe haven, which appears to be the aquarium that we saw. This is warranty information card. Thank you for your purchase of the Fryman Safe Haven 3. As with all of our aquariums, the Safe Haven models come with a 1-year unlimited warranty. In order to take full advantage of the Fryman guarantee, please fill out the registration card you received with your aquarium. Accessing the safe. For Safe Haven 2 models, the lower portion of the tank is accessed via the Safe button. This Safe button is located directly above the patented central feeding hole on the backside of the aquarium. For Safe Haven 3 and 4 models, the Safe button is built into the light on-off switch. Simply press the light switch for longer than 3 seconds and the lower portion of the tank will open. Safe Haven 4 model owners will also be required to enter a combination in order to open the safe portion of the tank after the lower portion has been raised. The combination from the factory is the last 6 digits of your registration number. Of course, the combination can be changed at any time by following the instructions on the separate insert entitled Changing Your Safe's Combination. The second paper we see is the registration card for that safe haven. You might think we need the registration number for the password, but that's only for Safe Haven 4, and this is in fact a Safe Haven 3. And we see that apparently the owner of this thing is someone called Douglas Sharper. Well, that's all we have on his desk. So let's look at that aquarium again. Apparently there's a safe in it, and in order to access it we need to use the light switch. Well, if we just push it, nothing happens, but we need to hold it 3 seconds as per the instructions. So let's do that. And then the lower portion of the safe opens, of the aquarium opens, revealing the safe. Okay. And there's a linking book in it, with the logo of the Dunny Restoration Council. And let's see where that takes us. Well, we've arrived somewhere else. We don't really know where. We're definitely not in Teledahn anymore, nor could we be, because normal linking books cannot link inside the same age. But it appears that this place does have some connection with Teledahn, because there's paintings here of Teledahn. There's also a linking book back to the office in Teledahn. Appears to be an office. There's some schematics on the wall here. Not really sure what those are of. There's more schematics here rolled up. And a scope here. And we're looking out at what appears to be a city. And we are actually in the Dunny Cavern. Yes, this is our first look at the Dunny Cavern. Another thing to point out here is the encampment we can see on this roof. I'm just pointing that out because we will get there later. And we'll be seeing much more of Dunny once we get to the To Dunny expansion. For now, we will only see these short glimpses. There are also more drawings of animals on the wall here. I think the same animal again. Well, let's look at this desk. The books behind the desk are all useless. But the desk itself is of importance. So let's sit down. Well, there's two journals on this desk. This one and this one. Let's look at the other stuff first. Dr. Watson, big problems. The house on Noloben is not empty. I met someone there today. My Dunny isn't great, but I spoke with him for a while. Yeah, he's Dunny, and as we figured, he knows a lot about the creatures. A whole lot. We obviously need a meeting ASAP. Marie. Well, we don't know who any of these people are, except that you might remember that Dr. Watson, or at least someone named Watson, was in the credits for Riven, and was listed as a Dunny historian. And these are actually people from the Dunny Restoration Council, as this logo might indicate. And this letter is basically a whole bunch of foreshadowing. Noloben is an age that we get to visit in Mist 5, not in Uru itself. And this Dunny person that they're talking about is also important in Mist 5. They're also talking about creatures, and these creatures are the Barrow, who are important in Mist 5, and somewhat important in this game as well. Let's look at the other stuff here. This is a drawing of something. I honestly have no idea what it's supposed to look like. And a map of Teledahn. Well, the area we've visited is only this small bit of it. Seems like there's some interesting creatures in the age. And some settlement somewhere. We won't actually be getting there, unfortunately. Some more drawings, which is some stuff that we will see later in Teledahn. So all of this stuff has to do with Teledahn. I'm going to leave the journals for now, because I want to make a quick side trip before coming back to read those journals. Here we find a stone. This stone has a piece of cloth on it, which looks a bit like the journey cloths. And it shows an image, much like a linking panel. And indeed, when we touch it, it links us. These are Barrow linking stones. They are stones created by the Barrow, those creatures that were mentioned in the letter. We'll find several of these stones. Apparently these stones share some of the properties of the linking books of the Dunny. So they can be used to link somewhere. Well, this one links us back to Teledahn. We can't actually go anywhere from here. We can just look around a bit. Well, since we appear to be stuck here, we have nothing else to do except link back to Relto. Isn't it nice that we always have this book with us? We can go back to Rialto anytime we want. One thing you'll notice now is that 2 new books have appeared on our bookshelf. Another thing we can look at now is what happened with that Rialto page we found that I mentioned. And what it did is it changed the roof of our library. Well, in the next video I will link back to the office we just visited and read those journals. See you then!